Hey everybody, it's Kyle from Growing Up Garden. On today's episode, I'm going to do an update on my raised bed that has the 5 different soil mixes in it. The plants have been growing for 10 weeks now, and as you guys can see, some of the plants are getting really huge. So let's take a look at some of my other plants. Alright guys, so I'm going to take you to the section that has all the soil amendments in it. Just so if you guys are new to my channel, I'm going to quickly go over what's in this section. I've got compost from the Solano County dump, compost that I make here, and I've got the Boogie Brew Pro compost tea, the pure protein, C90, organic solutions worm castings, foundation mycorrhiza, the Boogie Frass, Boogie Base, Nature's Pride, the Boogie Bricks, organic solution worm castings. Oh, I already said that. I'm saying it twice, but I have 2 bags here. Sorry, I got a big bag here. Azomite rock dust and the Gaia Green Glacial. I got all this stuff from Boogie Brew. You guys can check that out. I'll put a link in the description down below. You can check out their website. So everything in this section is doing pretty good. I've gotten the most yield off of this one by far. The sunflower in this section is actually very interesting. It's not as tall as the others. I'll pan out so you guys can see. Not as tall. That one's really short. But it's cool. It has 2 flowers on it. And next week they're probably going to be open, so that'll be cool. I'll show you guys that. This flower here has a double head on it, and I've never seen one like that, so that's pretty neat. So stay tuned to see that next week. What do we got? What else we got? We got some ripe tomatoes in this section, almost ready to pick. These are early girl tomatoes, and then I have some Romas, but they're just green, no red tomatoes yet. In the center, I've got a zucchini plant, which it's supposed to be a crookneck, but I had a little mix-up on the seeds, and I ended up with some zucchinis in here. So next week, these will be about 8 inches long, probably. Pretty cool. And then the peppers, these are sweet banana peppers, and they are completely loaded with peppers, which is awesome. Love me some banana peppers. Sweet banana peppers. Okay, so the next section is compost from the Solano County dump, and I've been hitting it with the Boogie Brew Pro compost tea and the pure protein once a week, each of those. And the sunflower is the second tallest out of the bunch. It's only got 1 flower. It's getting ready to open soon. It's these 2 right here that I've been using the Boogie Brew Pro compost tea on. They are definitely greener than the other 3. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me try to get the camera to focus so you can see the difference in color. Everything's a little bit greener over here. Hopefully you can see that. The pepper that I have in the front, it doesn't really have much on it. It has maybe 2 little peppers. Let's see, it's got a lot of flowers. I've already harvested off of this once. I think I got about 5 off of it. Not too many. The crookneck in the center, I think I've gotten 1 off of this one. Not really doing much here, the crookneck. Don't see anything on it. I've got some tomatoes from the early grill. It looks like I got some nice ripe ones back here to pick. I do see a Roma. There's a little Roma in there somewhere. There it is. Got a ripe Roma tomato, and the two tomato plants that are growing here are close to the same size. They are the biggest tomatoes size-wise. I mean, size doesn't always matter when it comes to your plants, because you want your plants to have a high yield. That's the most important thing. So I'm going to show you guys the next section. Alright, so the next section in the center is my soil mix that I've been growing in for the last 2 to 3 years. It has the Azomite rock dust and the Gaia Green Glacial, and compost from the Solano County dump, and some compost that I make here at my house. And this section has the largest sunflower in it, and it's just opened up last night, which is pretty cool. Let me give you guys a shot of that. There's probably some bees in there. Let's see if you guys can see that. This sunflower is almost about 8 feet tall. Can't quite reach it. And it's looking pretty good, pretty healthy. Now let's zoom into the stuff on the bottom. I've got my banana pepper plant. It doesn't have any peppers on it, which that's not too good. It does have some flowers. So let's see what the crookneck is doing. I do have one crookneck, and then this one didn't make it. I got one crookneck there. I do have a couple ripe tomatoes on the early girl. Got 2 ripe ones. I've got, let's see, one Roma that's starting to turn red. Doesn't really have a lot of Roma tomatoes on it actually, so that's not very good. The tomatoes, the early girl tomato in the back isn't quite as big as the ones next to it that have the Boogie Brew Pro compost tea, and then all the other soil amendments, pure protein, stuff like that. So I'm going to take you to the next section. This is just straight compost from the Solano County dump, and this sunflower looks fairly healthy. The leaves are a little bit yellow in color, and it was the first to open. Has some nice, got some bees on it, getting the pollen. You guys see that? Let's show you guys the crookneck. The crookneck is actually creeping over here towards the front. It does have a little crookneck in there. Hope you guys can see that. Hard to see on camera. There it is. Should pick that guy and eat it. And then the pepper, not looking too hot. It does have a couple little peppers, but I don't know, they're looking kind of yellow. The tomatoes in the back, I do have some ripe tomatoes, a few ripe early girls. No ripe Romas. The Romas are, I do have some green Roma tomatoes. Not quite as big as the ones towards the right of the bed. They do look kind of yellow a little bit, so that's not too good. I haven't really gotten much yield off of this section here. So the last section just has the native soil that's on my property, which is not very good. These were all the sunflowers, all the plants here were planted at the same time, and you can see how stunted this section is compared to the others. The pepper in front really looks sick. They're not doing too good. Got a couple peppers, and I'm probably not even going to eat these. I've tried the peppers off of this before, and they just taste awful. Can't even eat them, so I just throw them in the compost pile, since this is the testing bed anyways. I've got a couple tomatoes that are starting to turn. Got a few, but look at this tomato plant. It looks really sick. Not getting the nutrition it needs. And then the crookneck in the middle, it's not even growing, so compared to the others. But this bed is really, really good at growing weeds. Lots of weeds. Look at all the weeds in there. I'll give you guys a shot of the middle. So yeah, I definitely recommend getting some really good compost and some really nice soil amendments. That'll really help your garden out. So that is my update video. I want to thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe for more update videos like this and for more gardening how-to videos. And we will see you guys next time.